Hello, you're listening, or I should say, watching the Canadian Union podcast for employees. My name is Scott, and we're going to go through a process that I have been doing for many years. I was introduced to this by a MEBAC representative who had shared with us this process before we were even in Green Shield. And I want to share this with you and as many people as I can, because this is money that is allocated to you and you can get it back if you just use a certain claim process. And I'm going to go through that with you today. It can be hard to maximize your benefits because you don't have time to know all of the little areas. You have a busy life. You may spend money on your dental, muscles, joints, hearing, eyewear, even travel needs. Your kids or spouse might be using your plan, and it's possible that if you are using these things without maximizing the plan, it isn't your fault. This year, you get to access a new type of account. After 2025, you should be able or aware of how these plans are used and constructed. One is called a wellness account, and the other is called the health spending account. They're both different. Next year, you'll have access to it. Currently, you have $300 in your health spending account, but after this year in 2026, you're going to get an increase to that. And on things that you can spend on beyond what the health spending account normally covers. The total you'll have is $900, and you have until December 7th, 2025 to figure out your allocations, as you can place all of it in one or the other account, or you could tailor it to your needs in different denominations. Why does this matter to you? Well, these accounts have differences, but the health spending account can be used for overages in your Green Shield coverage. And if you have any left, I will show you how to get that back in your pocket. The wellness account is new. It's taxable, and it's based on your tax bracket. And the extra money you have to pay will be off your next pay stub. I will use my Green Shield, usually about 65-70% of its maximums. I've never maxed out my massages or chiropractic care, but I have used it for travel insurance. I've used the dental, eyewear prescription, and hearing protection. I use these items frequently as they are allowed. And for me, it makes sense to place the whole amount into the health spending account. And you may be in another area of need. The wellness account will allow you to purchase things you're not eligible for using the health spending account. And the key here is to figure out what your yearly average is for the health spending account and allocate a portion of that average to the $900 that allows you to avoid paying more taxes. You may find that you prefer you have money for other items that are not usually accounted for in Green Shield. It might be easier for you just to allow the employer to tack it on to the taxes in your paycheck. It has been 3 years since my last video, 3 years, and things have changed for the better. I think it's a good time to update this process. The process was to be done entirely online through the Green Shield's website, their portal, but the information has changed a little bit, and I'm told that it's easier to submit than it was in the past. The importance of this video is to be quick and visualize the process. And I would suggest that you pause this and gather the items you'll need to continue. Here are the things you'll need before we even start. You need to be already signed into the Green Shield website, or you have updated to the new Green Shield app, confirmed your remaining credits for the health spending account. You may have received a letter that tells you how much your non-taxable health spending account has left in it. You need to be able to log in and save or print your last pay advice from the My City, My HR Connect, My Pay area to get the last pay stubs of the year you're submitting for. The later in the year, the more contributions of those premiums you've paid to Green Shield. Confirm you are a level 2 or 3 extended health dental benefits. Just if you're over level 1, this is going to work for you. And as a bonus, make sure to look at your last pay advices from about 5 to 6 years back. This will let you find the average amount cumulatively spend in level 2 or 3 dental and level 2 extended health. Be confident. Once you have determined your allotment to the two accounts, you will have known what is possible and how to claim for that. This is not fraud. If you have any remaining funds in the health spending account, you can claim this amount using your premiums. I do not condone fraud. If you decide to put all of your funds into the wellness account, you can stop listening to this video. Remember, if you don't have credits for the claim year, any sort of claim the health spending account will have, if it's in deficit, will carry forward to the next year. Remember, if you're audited, you will need to supply proof, and for that, I'll show you how to do that. From this point on, you should have figured out how much you've allotted to the health and spending account and the wellness account, and you have your last pay stub for the year in question. You have also logged into the Green Shield app or the website, and you're ready to go. I'm going to make assumptions based on the involvement of my previous videos and my time with people in the field. Your watching this makes you one of the very few who have taken the time to understand your benefits. You're either here for the first time, which I thank you for, or if you come back to refresh yourself on the process. On average, people will not allocate the funds in time of the deadline, or you will allow this to go past the deadline for making a claim. If you didn't process the allotments to either account, you should have by default $600 in the wellness account and $300 in the health spending account. For the few of you who are realizing this, on average, you can get more from your own paid premiums than you will have as a wellness account. Remember, you're also paying taxes on top of the things you can claim for in the wellness account, and that's okay if that's what you want. Let's begin. You are looking at a few windows right now, and I'll get out of some of them. If you ever want to know where you have to go to the City of Calgary employee portal or intranet and search for your benefits. In this case, we have a new website to go to. It's not the GSC Everywhere location anymore. That one is being transferred to the greenshieldplus.ca account. And that is located, and it looks like this. When you sign in, you need to do a few things. So let's begin. When you get to your screen, you need to figure out how much you have in your health spending account. And that can be done by clicking on this little box into the right and click on coverage. Once you click on coverage, go to spending accounts. And once you hit spending accounts, you're going to hit the health spending account, non-taxable health spending account. Now, from my letter that I received in September of this year, it says I have $292.99. But you can see clearly here that I only have $281 because it was used for some other claims I had between September and now, which is November. So when we make a claim, we have to go through a few processes. So let's start from the beginning here. You could just go through this and submit a claim, but let's just assume you've hit the front page and you want to submit a claim. Before we even submit, we need to see how much we can claim for. So I need to go to the City of Calgary website. We go to My City, then My HR Connect, and then you're going to click on My Pay, and then you're going to check out your pay advices. And I've already done that. I'm going to show you right now what that looks like. Well, I have taken my pay advice in November of this year, and I have blocked off everything that you don't need to see and highlighted the things that you do need to see. So what we want to know here is what my combined level 2 or 3 dental and level 2 extended health premium paid to the employer are. And you'll notice that is right here. After tax deductions, it's not the the employer paid benefits, do not use the red highlighted section. You're going to use this middle section here, after tax deductions. And you can see that I have $845.80 used for my dental level 3, and extended health level 2, I have $374.80. You can see from the totals, just in the extended health level 2, that I have more than I need for my claim with my health and dental plan premiums. Now I can proceed to make a claim. Now, just as the bonus, go check out a couple years back. I went 6 years back and I looked at the last pay stubs from each year. And then I added them all up and I divided by the amount of years that I selected. And then you get an average for the amount that you spend every year in your dental levels and your extended health levels. And for me, in my case, I spend about $845 a year in dental level 3 and $304 in extended health level 2. And combined, that is $1,149 per year on average. Now, purely as a side note here, for the last 6 years, I have spent more than $900 in premiums. For me, getting back $900 is preferable than me transferring that to the wellness account and using that for things that are not covered. I can get all of that back by just using the totals for my after-tax deductions, my premiums. So consider that when you are deciding how you're going to allot your wellness account versus your health spending account. Now, anything over the maximum that I claim for, which in my case is $281, will be carried over till the next year if I don't have that money in my health spending account. And if you have less than this in your health spending account, you can only claim for that amount you've paid in premiums. And if you have less than that in after-tax deductions, you can only claim for what you've paid in deductions. That is what you're using to claim against your Green Shield. Now, I need people to wake up to the reality of benefits. If I am choosing to be part of a benefit plan, I need to be getting more than I put into the plan. This is considered a total compensation thing. What you make for the employer is also offset by what benefits are provided to you. And if the employer is offering you benefits to be competitive in the labor market, you need to use the plan and maximize your use, because if you're not, you're just paying the employer for unused items in your benefits. And if that is the case, you should plan on staying into the lower tiers of the benefit plans, like the level 1 areas. Now, once the app is corrected, I'm going to show you how this works. I'll cut and paste the video right here where I'm saying this for doing this via the app. But currently there's this bug in the Green Shield app where once you get to the claim process, you can't go any further than a certain point. And they say they have IT on it, and currently it's just not working. But so using the Green Shield website, let's make this claim. Okay, so let's go to make a claim, submit a claim. Once we click on submit a claim, you're going to figure out what the claim is for. Now you can scroll down through all of these items that you can claim for, but in this case, we're going to type in health, and we're going to click on health spending account, non-taxable health spending account. We're going to press continue. Now you're going to see how much you have left in the health spending account, just like we did before. It says I have $281, and we're going to keep that number in mind. Whatever your number is, keep that number in mind. This will be the value that we will lose if we don't use it by December 31st, 2025, and we can claim this amount up until the end of February of the next year. So we're going to select the type of claim here, and that will be, you can scroll through it if you wish, or you can just type in health, and you'll get health and dental plan premiums. Click on continue to provider search. Your benefits are provided by the employer through Green Shield. You pay premiums to be part of the plan. The city of Calgary pays portions for themselves for you, and they also make up the differences on what you're using for. So I'm going to input City of Calgary as the provider name. The phone number I'm going to use is the HR phone number, and the address I'm going to use is the address that's found on the pay advice. Click on Continue to Expense Details. The name of the plan member is yourself. It's not your wife, husband, or children. And for the expense date, you're going to select the date that's on the pay advice. In our case, it's November 12th. You may have a different pay advice that you're using. Just use that pay advice. The total amount you can claim for me, is $281. That's what I will claim for. There is no other carrier paying for this, and the provider I'm going to select is the City of Calgary. And you will go and review and submit the claim. This is the most critical stage of the claim process. You're going to confirm what you entered is correct. So the claim type is health and dental plan premiums. The expense type is health and dental plan premiums. The provider name is City of Calgary. The phone number is the HR number, and the address is what's listed on your pay advice. You are the member name. It's not your wife. It's not your husband. It's not your children. The expense date is the pay advice date. The other carrier paid $0, and the total amount is the amount that you can claim for. In my case, just with the extended health level 2 alone, I can claim this $281, and I'm not going to claim the $374.80 because if I do, it goes to the next year's claim. So I'd rather just get what I need out of this year's claim, and then I'll deal with next year's claim later. The legal confirmation is to ensure that you understand how serious this is. Years ago, you had to submit receipts, and now what you have to do is you have to have the receipts ready in case they ask for them. So committing fraud is a lot easier in today's online world, and they say they have AI systems that flag fraudulent claims, and I want to make sure that you understand that this is not fraud. This is a purely legitimate way of using your premiums to claim your health spending account. And you're confirming that the information above is accurate, it's ready to be submitted, and that if it is wrong, if you're fraudulently making this claim, it's criminal. It will likely result in you getting terminated from the employer, suspension of your benefits at the very least, escalation to them putting you through an audit where they not only ask you for this type of information, but information that could go back years where you have to provide evidence for. So just make sure that this is correct, that you're doing this how I'm describing it. Once you press this click, you will find the submit claim form highlights. You will then click submit, and that's it. You'll get the money into your account. If you're asked for proof, you can submit the pay advice that I've shown you on the screen. Let me just end that sharing. So you did it. Let's put some fireworks in here. You can see the fireworks. Good for you. Way to go. You got that money back. If you have any questions, call your Me Back rep. Use the Green Shield phone number to get clarifications or authorizations. And make sure you only present real claims to Green Shield. I cannot relay how important it is to only present real claims to Green Shield. If you do commit fraud, it'll be against your employer because they're the ones who reimburse Green Shield, and it is one of the easiest ways to cease your employment with the City of Calgary. Whatever you decide about the wellness account or the health spending account, that is up to you. I just wanted to show you that the way to claim against the health spending account is quite simple and easy, and I've shown you, for those who use the plan, getting back the full $900 in the future is possible if you place it all into the health spending account and you're on level 2 extended health and dental level 3 when you're using this plan. Thanks for listening, everyone, and return and figure this out if you ever get confused with how to do this claim.